Have you ever imagined what your life would be if you could stop using drugs? I'm here to tell you from personal experience that it's possible and the amount of success you can accomplish is unimaginable. First and foremost, if you think about the energy and the amount of effort it takes to be an active drug addict, it's mind boggling. So every day you have to come up with the money, and that usually involves a whole bunch of shenanigans. So tons of energy just to come up with a couple bucks to get a fix. Then you have the energy of somehow getting to meet your dealer, going down there, getting high, worrying about if an employer or your family or your girlfriend or somebody sees you or the police see you. It's just so much constant pour out of resources and energy. Imagine if you stopped the drugs and you took all that energy and that level of commitment, right? Because that's what it really is. It's a commitment, and you harness that into something productive. Well, I'm living proof that you can be beyond successful, highly passionate, unbelievably committed, okay? And the amount of improvement your life can get is really unbelievable if you can put the drugs down and harness that same amount of energy. Because I'm here to tell you that without the drugs, I still have that same level of energy, I still have that same level of commitment, except now I use it on only morally ethical things, and most importantly, I use it into my success and the success of my family and my future. So in order to accomplish that, you have to just stop. I'm here to tell you I've tried everything. I tried AA meetings, NA meetings. People would say, oh, NA is full of a bunch of drug addicts, so, go with AA because they're just alcoholics and they'll take better care of you. I tried meetings. I tried rehab. I tried medically assisted detox. I tried location, like, hey, I'm going to go stay with family in another state and until I get sober. And every time I kept going back to using. And what ultimately I realized is there is no change without change. So sometimes you're going to have a little suffering. I'm not here to tell you that no matter what, it's just going to be painless and easy. It's going to be hard. At the end of the day, you have to really, really want it. And for me, I ended up moving to an entirely different state. I stopped along the way in a remote area, completely detox. But the whole point is I purposely put myself in a situation that no matter how much I was kicking, crying, puking, you name it, there was nothing I could do to get high. What was I going to do? I was 700 miles from anything. And then from there, I had a desire to change, because when they say you have to get to your bottom, meaning your bottom is different than anybody else's bottom, but it's that point where you really are sick and tired of being sick and tired. You have to be at a point of enough, and I promise you, the 1 week or 2 weeks, depending on the substance you're using, worth of suffering to open up the door and change the rest of your life is worth every second of suffering if you can muster up the strength and support from your family to push through. Because I promise you, the amount that you can accomplish is beyond your wildest dreams. That's one thing they say about addicts. You have it in you. You have that commitment. You have that level of just drive. But unfortunately, it's got crossed with substances. And this is exactly why, and this is what explains some people will try a drug and it was fun, whatever, and they go on about their life. Other people, it ignites that spark and they're like, oh my God, I got to do this all the time, every day. It just shows your level of commitment in your heart. But unfortunately, it's on the wrong thing. Now we got to get it on the right thing. And aside from commitment, it's risk aversion, right? Most people in their life don't move forward. Here's a little success trick I learned. They don't move forward because of fear, right? They don't go after their dreams because they don't want to lose what they have here. And then they relate it in their mind, well, now I got a mortgage and now I got kids, and then they really don't go after their dreams. But one thing that is common of all the addicts I've ever met is they're not afraid of risk, right? If you were afraid of risk, then you would just sit there and do nothing. You sure as hell wouldn't be getting high, because that's a lot of risk. It's a lot of risk to put an unknown substance, right? Your dealer might have told you it's whatever, but you have no idea what it is. You're putting that into your body. And you have no idea the consequences of that. But if you take that risk aversion and you apply it into a business, or even if you're an employee and you're working in a company that's the right vehicle that wants to grow and move forward, you're going to be a valuable asset of your own team or theirs team, because you're not living in fear. The average person is living in fear, and if you can keep that same level of risk aversion and apply it to something productive like a career or to a business, you are going to kill it, because you'll be able to make decisions that'll open up the doors to opportunities that most people would never even go for in the first place. I think 100% that is a huge advantage. So while there are some disadvantages in the beginning, you're just getting your life together, that is a huge advantage. Your level of commitment and your risk aversion is what makes a great leader. So let's get you off the drugs and let's harness that and make you a great leader and a successful member of your community. I want everybody to remember, I'm not special. If I can do it, you can do it. I just got to a point where no matter what, I was done. I've had it. I was sick of it. And I realized that I'm going to either die or go to prison living this way, or I'm going to get off this crap and make something of my life. Because unfortunately, nobody just does drugs and retires, right? Let's just keep it real. You don't just ride off into the sunset. It always ends with death. It ends with prison, pain, suffering, and your family suffers. So we got to get you off the drugs and get you productive. And I promise you, what you can achieve is beyond your wildest dreams. It is not that you are just helpless and powerless. So anything we can do, we're here to support you. Hit us up in the comments. If I can reach out to you directly, I will. We are here to help. You can do it. Build yourself a support network. I know you've let them down before, but this time you're going to do it, and I believe you show it with your actions. So you're not just, hey, I'm going to lock myself in my room. Not good enough. You got to go somewhere, middle of nowhere. I don't care where it is. Cut yourself off. Stay out there for 2 weeks. Get yourself out of this mess so that you can finally move forward and live the life that you deserve. And more importantly, you can help another. Each one teach one, each one reach one. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. I hope everybody does great. We're here to help. And most important, share this video with somebody that can use the help.